yada, everyone lost me here. Back in action for more. A sewer attraction, that's right. We're finally going down this part of the sewer. And hopefully we'll find something good. Because if not, I'm gonna be sad. Gears are installed in it. There's your problem. What is... Whoa! Ooh. Fancy. Yeah, that's not a good way to go. I can't believe we're being introduced to puzzles now. Okay, gears are installed. Can I... Okay, that's not it. That's not it. That'll bring me somewhere. Oh, what if I were to... Dearly pop. Hey, that actually did something. How do we make the rest move the way that I want it to? Can't do that. You gotta... There we go. The gears! She is a-turning! Good, good. Kai Ketsuki would be proud. Should be on the very tippy top. How do we... I'm sure there's like a way to wait. Really, we need that to work out for us. The rest of it doesn't seem to work. That's a little bit odd. Can I get the middle? No, I can't get the middle. I guess there's only so many gears? Alright. Down we go! Further and further. I am in the sewer dungeon. Because every JRPG has to have a sewer dungeon. Why is that? I don't know. Third base. Let's see here. It's definitely an interesting dungeon though. Oh my goodness. They really changed it up. Wake up, underling. It's time for true battle. Give me a blood-curdling war cry. Key. Go on. Q. Keep going. Slug. Your fearsome wail is ye few slug. No, a war cry must assault the enemy psyche with terror, not put them asleep, you shamey slave. I've lost the will to do battle. My dark fire is dead because of you. Fight on your own. Stan, I'm not asking you to do my battles for me, like bud. I'm just trying to live my days. My day-by-days, my play-by-plays. Yeah, we want to do that. I don't know how mean these people are, but they don't look nice. You feel me? I don't need it today. I don't need it already. Overdrive. We'll get it together. This definitely feels like if the PlayStation released sooner, they would have it to where it had some weird voice acting like that. I just feel like that'd be the case. Like the kind of stuff that, I wouldn't say Gundam. I think Voltron, like Voltron would had, like way back when. Or just, it was slightly off and whatnot. But that was just like, because of the way that everything was with dubbing and all that such, which, honestly, when we get to it, kind of amazing that they did it that way. They just kind of had to fill it in and do all that stuff. Like, I ain't complaining with the whole situation. It's more of a just like, wow, this was probably a sucky thing, but you know, it probably was needed to do. Okay. Slow you down, Chinatown. I don't think I've actually been to Chinatown. Can you believe that? I Like, I think that's believable on my end. Like, I don't think people are going like, yeah, like, Lost has been to Chinatown, right? I don't think I have. I've been to Little Tokyo, for sure. I love Little Tokyo. It's a nice little spot. I wish I could go to it more. Sadly, I do not have a car that really could do that, and boy howdy would I want one. So the next best thing I could do is hitch a ride with friends and whatnot, but that's been a bit of a situation as of late. Suffice to say though, I definitely have a good time whenever I do go over there. And I remember going there with my ex before. My ex and my best friend. It was nice. It was actually really sweet. Because I actually got to pick her up at LAX so we could hang out like properly because she was long distance. And I don't know. I just kind of remember it really fondly and all that such. But you know, that's just me being a bit of an old fogey. In terms of things, suffice to say, I probably should start going to those little places like Chinatown and I think they have a Little Korea now and like Little Italy. Probably do me really good. I'm gonna be so honest. Hooray! Alright, seems like we have to like get rid of things. Rating is closed. Right, I do not want to face all this. Where did the other one go? Was it here? Oh my goodness, this is very confusing. Oh, where was I at? They're all over the place. There's so many rats. Too many rats. Too many. I do not like that. I really wish Knight had a spell that would just like get rid of people, like a full target spell. But we don't really have that. It's whatever. I think Linda does have Omni Concert, which does help. That means we don't get attacked as much. We'll just burst. I'm gonna heal it out of this if I can. If not, I'm gonna feel really bad because I could have just stopped that. But it is whatever. Goodness. Okay, we got one enemy, that's fine. That works within our parameters. Hey, look at it go! Spaceship. Push. So oddly enough, as we go along further into this game and whatnot, we're obviously getting close to the end, and one thing I will diverge in terms of things is that we are close to having every single character that we get. I've been aware of that for a while, of what characters we get and whatnot, because Retro Teams does kind of spoil that a little bit. Not to a big point where like I'm mad or anything, I didn't know how they like fit or worked out or whatnot. So as long as I don't really know that stuff, I don't really care so much. But it is something to say. I'm just going like, I know some people get really weird about spoilers. And I have read consistently, and I mean consistently, about like data saying otherwise. That like you don't, there's nothing that happens if you get spoiled on something. You pretty much just have the same reaction right then and there if you liked the plot twist or not. Suffice to say, I still try to be good about it. But it is one of those things that kind of like drive me off the wall of just someone being way too sensitive. I don't know, maybe that's just like an old fogey in me. Maybe that's just someone going like, oh, well, we got a special snowflakes type situation. Because I'll admit, like, I do feel a little bit of an old hat sometimes when it comes to things. And I've had to consistently catch myself, especially at work when I'm talking to youngins, where I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure, you watched a lot of anime, but I've watched more anime. And I keep doing that, because, like, I don't know, I feel like I want to feel like a big dog about it, but at the same time, I also just really like talking about anime. But this person in their life currently, they are into shonen anime, and it's fine if you get into shonen anime consistently throughout the rest. But I, as a person, I wouldn't say evolved, but changed my taste from shonen anime to basically just kind of like the quote unquote more mature demographic. I forget what it's called, but it's something akin to shonen. It's like Sonji or something. And I do like shoujo anime a lot. Like, give me anime made for a girl like Precure. Like, I've been watching some Precure lately, and I had to stop watching it because I was playing a game with it. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't play this particular game while watching this, because, like, certain games do take and require more attention than others. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is one of those situations where I can acknowledge that, like, at certain points, it does take attention away from more key moments and whatnot. Not that you can't comprehend things, but in the sense that I would like to comprehend things better, if I were able to. Oh yeah, we're boned, aren't we? Go. Fine. I guess I have to get out. Suffice to say, it's not necessarily something that, like, I'm mad about or anything, because it's just like, the game that I've been playing has been a bit of a mind-numbing takeover situation in my brain. Because, like, certain games will just pick my brain and unlock a situation where, like, I like it too much. And I will obsess over it, and I will forget about whatever the hell else I'm doing at the time. It's not a big bad thing where, like, necessarily, like, this happens with every game or whatever, or, like, it's a situation where I can't stop. But I will start to recognize it gets worse and worse as time goes on. Believe it or not, the game that happened to me this time was Pokemon Rumble, of all things. And the reason I say that is because Pokemon Rumble has a very interesting, very interesting subset for its achievements on retro achievements, because it got released for the Wii and whatnot. There's a lot of really neat and interesting things that go into that situation. But mostly, suffice to say, it has to deal with the fact that, like, you're just collecting Pokemon. It's insistent grinding of collecting Pokemon. And I didn't know that Pokemon Rumble had various features to get certain Pokemon. Like, you release a certain combination and you get things. They have a password system, and they have, like, all these other little bit pieces that just kind of, like, fry my brain and go, like, oh, if I get this many Pokemon, I can release that and get the next evolution line of that. But the game only has Gens 1 and 4 at the base level. So you can only get Pokemon's Gen 1 and Gen 4, and believe it or not, Gen 4 has a lot of Gen 1 has a lot of Gen 4 evolutions because of what they did. I want to say midway through, it's more of a... They kind of acknowledge that certain Pokemon needed more evolutions and such. Like, Magmar and Electabuzz needed to have a bit more of a thing. And, like, yeah, that's cool and everything. Like, hey, yes, I do like that. But at the same time, for this particular game, you have to release 5 different Pokemon in order to get one of those evolutions. So this causes a lot of grinding when it comes to certain Pokemon that only show up, like, once or twice, and you have to get it in a certain amount of time or frame. It will just do that, because that is just the way that achievement sets work, especially subsets, because subset achievements in retro achievements are supposed to be hard. So, like, for instance, a good subset for Okage Shadow King would actually be the Companion Quest, because Companion Quest has several different companions that you could go ahead and get. And it wouldn't be really a hard thing to do, to implement such a thing, because it's just different scenes that you have to, like, touch upon and whatnot. But it is one of those things that I can acknowledge. Wait. The grading has been lowered. What? Oh, okay. Just saying that. But it's something that, like, you would have to go through the game several times in order to achieve all of it. Which, honestly, I kind of wish they would do, in that sense. Where else can I go? Okay. That didn't seem to, like, really do anything. Not that. No. That will do something. We have something here. We're so close. We're so close to something. And it goes there. I would just need one more gear to make this work. I do not have it. For now, we need to do this simply because we should heal and save, because that would be good and is important. Saving is important, especially for JRPGs, because losing all your experience is bad. And for some reason, Final Fantasy of all RPGs, it's implemented the most in terms of the way that it functions. And not Dragon Quest, but I really, really wish it was Dragon Quest. Not stressed that enough how much I'm annoyed about that. Because Dragon Quest, you could just straight up lose a lot of progress, and the game will give you the option. It'll be like, you could lose half your money and come back, or you could go to the last save. So that could happen sometimes, and I've lost progress because I did not want to actually commit to the money I lost. And it's generally really interesting and neat how it kind of goes on like that and such. But it is a situation in which I could agree to a certain point it doesn't really work for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy works as a game where, like, you get a ton of money, and there's only a certain amount of things that you actually get priced out of, because they find it to be too hard to, too hard to, make that a big thing that you consistently get over and over. Also, there's general shock that this is where I was supposed to go. Jeez. Point is, you get a lot of money in Final Fantasy, aside from, like, trying to get elixirs and basically anything that heals MP, which I don't know why there's such a stinge about the MP situation. I think it's stupid. They're pretty good on that, but not much else. Here it definitely feels like a mixture of the two, where money is important, but it's not that important. Like, you could sit comfortably with certain things that you have and whatnot, and the way that the game functions and everything will work just fine. It's not too bad, and I like the fact that you can use HP instead as a heal part to it. I think that's really cool, actually. I really do like that a lot. So there's like an LP pull, and there's an HP pull, and all these little resources attached to it. I really like that. I don't know what a lot of this stuff means, but I think it's neato. That's pretty much what I'm laying down here. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, that's kind of cool. Let's see here. So back rating is still there. That's fine. It could be the way that it is. There it is. No! No! Oh, that is creepy as heck. Jeez. I do like the enemy designs for this game. This game has very interesting enemy design, and I cannot stress it enough. I think for a PS2 game that essentially had nothing to, like, go on in terms of vibes, it's really working with it. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Miss. So is this supposed to be like the metal slimes or something, or what? I don't quite understand. Try Blizzard Storm. You did a one. You like to see it? Yeah, it looks like it's a metal slime. It will basically do a certain amount of damage, but it's not too scary. But you do have to, like, worry about, like, it running away or something, I bet. Yeah, we only had to do, like, 4 damage? 100%. That's like a metal slime. That probably gave me a lot of XP, huh? Or a lot of money. It could be either or. No, it gave me very little money. Skull bottle. Okay. I don't know what that is, but sure. Yeah, I see you, enemy trying to attack me from behind. It's very rude of you. These. Earn, earn, earn. Ugh. Here I am thinking of games of past yesteryear that I used to play. Not necessarily in like a bad way per se, but in a way that like it drove me with a headache. And the way this game is overlaid kind of has the same sort of feeling, at least for the sewer dungeon, because the sewer dungeon does feel very easy to get lost in. Suffice to say, I do not like Killer 7. I think it's super neat and everything, but it needs to stay the heck away from me. And I always found it very, very funny, super duper weird, that I do not particularly care for Suda51. I just don't. Like, he has some interesting things that he does, but he's a little bit too much of a weirdo for me. And I don't mean that in, like, how dare you make weird games or something. He clearly has an audience that love him, and I appreciate that for him. But I don't jive with whatever the weirdness that he's kinly into. And, like, he does a lot of movie references that I don't get or know because I am not a movie person. And, like, he kind of expects you to do it, and I'm like, well, why? Why, my guy? Why are you like this? Like, No More Heroes 3, I've seen some people love it to death. And I'm just like, I understand what it's going for. I get it has the vibes. I do not fuck with the vibes whatsoever. It's like Terraria to me in that sense, where I don't fuck with it. It is not a game for me. Terraria is not a game for me. It's way too action-based and way too about itself when it comes to various deeper lores or like multiplayer faceties and whatnot. I know that sounds weird because just like, how can you not like a game with a lot of content, right? And to me, it's just a matter of what I said previously. I get too involved in certain games and whatnot. I don't actually like that. I don't like getting too involved in games because I'm missing out on other games I can play and whatnot. So that mixed together with the way that Terraria is usually kind of built for situations and such, just don't make me particularly like it. And then on top of the whole entire aesthetic choice of what it is, which is an 8-bit Minecraft, I don't particularly care for Minecraft's look. I don't think it looks particularly that good. Even with the HD release or whatever, that made the water look really pretty. There's certain aesthetics and things to it that I like, but pretty much I could point to you which one I like better in terms of aesthetic, and that's Dragon Quest Builders / Pokopia. And the reason why is because I know what they're doing with it. I understand how they did their map design and whatnot in a purposeful way. And Minecraft just has it to where there's a lot of randomly generated bits to it. And I understand that is the charm of it. But I do not fuck with that charm. Kind of like with dungeons that are random. I don't fuck with it. Kind of a reason why I don't really particularly like the Persona games. And it's just like, oh, Boss hates the Persona games? That's a big degree. It really is that. It's a lot of these things that you're like, but aren't those super popular and people love them? And it's like, yeah, I understand why people do. I'm not saying you have to hate them or something along with me. That isn't the case. My case is that I feel they consume too much of my time and energy in a way that I don't like. And that's kind of it, really. It's just a matter of there's too many things going on here, too much energy to go with, and it just doesn't work on a level that suits me. It's never to a point where I feel catered to, or feel that I have to do too much, you know? And for some people out there that probably only have 1 or 2 games to play through and whatnot, they're looking at that kind of game and they're going oh, this is amazing. I get so much content for so little money I pay for. This is just outstanding. This is such a good deal. I'm like, yes, I agree. But that's why I don't want to. Hell, Street Fighter 6, I got way too into it that I stopped playing completely. I really need to start playing that game again because they released C. Viper and I love her to death. I love C. Viper. And I do want to learn how to play with her in every game that she's in and whatnot. But I haven't been having the most money when it comes to things, especially in this economy. So things kind of like whittle down and go through this way and that way. So I've just been kind of looking at my old game collection and been playing it through that way. Believe it or not, I'm enjoying my time with this. Just playing these old ass games like Okage Shadow King, which I want to reiterate. I got this shit for like 33 cents. Like, I'm getting more than my money's worth here. Like 100%. Kind of insane. I'm not trying to be mean about it, but I am a better deal maker than you. That being said, you probably weren't an asshole that spent $60 on Metroid Other M. I was. I thought it was going to be good. That's on me. I can admit when I'm wrong. I don't want to. I really don't. But I can admit it. I'm hoping this just didn't just regenerate, because if it did, I'm gonna be sad. Considering that it seems to be like dying super fast, these urns, we shouldn't have too much of a problem with it. 77. 77 school. Oh yeah, look at that. I feel like I'm over leveled to a certain degree. Which I don't really feel that's the case, because a lot of these enemies I can't let slip. Like, they're still doing a lot of damage to me. Like, I would feel struggling. Short old urns. The door to the next floor has opened. Yay! Door, 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 door. Whoop. Ooh. I want to get that chesto. Were there 2 chestos that were open there, or what? Alright, try to kind of maneuver this around. Maneuver. That's where I'm supposed to go. I don't need to go there yet. Let's go over yonder. Ugh. I'm not good with this. Either this way? No. This looks like that's an area that I need to go to, though. Well, no. I already got that. Okay. I got there. Nope. Not there. Aha! Okay. A wind berry? Alright. Okay, I'll try to find the other one, but I think that isn't really the case. It's just one thing. It looks like it's just one thing, or I'm not seeing it. So before I go off and like losing myself with this, we'll just go down. Okay. Ooh, gear. Acquired silver gear. I'm guessing by the time that we get everything done, we'll be able to get all the gears. And then we'll do a bunch of wait! I don't know the lyrics to it. Oh my goodness. Definitely feel there's a lot of Guilty Gear references I could make here if I knew Guilty Gear lore a bit better. All I know is that he fucks the gear, and he's his own grandpa or whatever. I mean, not really, but you know. He gets a grandpa that he doesn't realize is his grandpa. Which I find hilarious. But seriously, Guilty Gear, like, if you can look into Guilty Gear, it has a lot of lore and, like, story to it that I'm just like, I could get into this, but consider the following. I have to watch all of it, and I don't wanna. Okay. Loop? Alright, I see it. I see the vision. Loop? Wait a minute. How do I do this? Maybe it's actually the other way? We turn this? No, we cannot. That gets us to there. I don't think we could turn anything else here. No? We only get so much there. That gets turned. I didn't really solve all my woes. Gears are installed in it. You can get one more gear and that's kind of it. But that's not really gonna solve what I need solved. We're gonna save again really quick and see if I can puzzle this out. There you go. Alright, gang. Let's split up and look for puzzle pieces and clues and such. Because my goodness, I don't know what I need to do. I'm a little bit confused here. But, next time, hopefully I get that together. Because I think I have everything I need to get somewhere. I just don't know where. Till then, though, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Sayonara. Bye-bye.